What is up, guys? Kevin over at LEGbrOs coming back at you with a little bit of a different video in between hauls that we're getting here. So more hauls will be coming soon, but some people were asking for an update on the minifigure wall that we have going here. I did actually order 2 more of these because we did fill them all up, or almost all of them up. I have some plans for the ones that are empty already. But as you can see, it is taking up a whole bunch of space here. We have 4 of them stacked on each other. It is too wide. These are I believe they're Iris is the manufacturer. You can get them on Amazon. I'll actually post that affiliate link below, just like I did on the last one when we were talking about organization. But as you can see, most of these are full. I do have to go through these since we did the 30 pounds of figures. These are still to be sorted. We have some stuff for BreakLink in that box. Those are also to be sorted in the various empty bins and stuff to that effect when I'm organizing. We just have bins for specific characters for Star Wars. Star Wars takes up over 4 of these, just because that's just the one that sells the best. So we have things like Grievous, Magna Guards, we have medical droids, and just random kind of characters, just miscellaneous characters. A couple of miscellaneous drawers. This one was supposed to be for like the damaged Darth Vader apprentice, but somehow Rose Tico snuck in there. She always sneaks in the movies, I tell you what. We have the gang members. Looks like Baze Malbus was in 2 of those as well. Some Tusken Raiders. We have variety of Trade Federation, kind of Newt Gunrays, the Admiral Akbars, as you know, the different kinds, Nidars in there as well. And then we also have just the Force Awakens figs, so BB-8, Rey, and Finn, and then some Unkar things. Just a variety of different kinds of pilots in there. We have just kind of like, I guess you could say like green face people for the most part, or guards, or you know, just random figs. The organization makes sense to me. We have Ugnaught because I had a whole bunch of him. I just posted him though. We have Naboo and security officers here. Just random characters here as well from the newer movies. We have Qui-Gon Jinn, his own bin. Mace Windu. Nothing in that one, so I must have cleared it out. Kylo Ren. We have the variety of just random Jedi and whatnot for pieces. We have the rare bin for things that I needed to complete that are kind of like the bad guy rare bin. So we have some pieces of Darth Malgus there that I'm looking at capes. We need 1 arm for this battle droid. Some Pre-Vizsla, stuff like that in there. Those green scout troopers. Then we also have some Rogue One figs. Ahsoka gets her own bin. This one was for Han Solo there, but that overfilled, so I had to take him out. We got Darth Vader, we got Anakin, Kid Anakin, Palpatine, Dooku. This is just a variety of like kind of flesh, just random alien head people. So we have all sorts of like, you know, Plo Koon, Bib Fortuna, things like that. Those Bisque musicians. Even Peel. We have Darth Maul and Savage combined in there because I do sell them together a lot. We have the Clone Wars version of Obi, which probably doesn't need its own bin, but we have Lando Calrissian. How could you? We also have Leia here, just a variety of Leia, Padme, Boba Fett and Jango Fett, the Christmas figs, Barriss and Luminara, Yoda. Can't get this one open, but it is Ventress. And you can see that the Luke bin is right below that, and it is overfilled, so I need to do some Lukes. And similarly, the Obi-Wan bin is right next to that. We have C-3PO and R2, of course. These are the Beasts, Gamorrean Guards, stuff like that. This is a whole bin of Thyssen and Anakin from that set. And Bounty Hunter bin. We have the Rebels bin. And then over here, we start into the troopers. So we have stormtroopers, older stormtroopers. I think these are shadow troopers. Then we have newer stormtroopers. And then we kind of get into like the newer versions and sand troopers. Some newer versions there. We start getting to the really, really new versions from the battle packs. We have first order snow troopers and whatnot, first order troopers. And just different kinds of first order troopers for that one. This is just officers, and I think that's just rare like pilots and stuff like that. We also have ATST and Imperials, scouts, AT drivers and just other kinds of pilots. We have the other Imperials, which is also filling up here, the darker versions of the Imperials. So we have gray and then black, gray, black. TIE pilots, Sith troopers. This is a variety of just random kind of things that don't fit. So we have Ambarans, we have some Death Troopers and a chrome trooper there. It's not complete. We have our Snow Troopers. Well, these are the newer gen Snow Troopers, and then the old gen Snow Troopers. That needs to be cleaned out as well. I made lots of Snow Troopers. So if you're looking, I know a guy. We got our Phase 1 clones. That also needs to be cleared out. Our ARF troops. We have just a variety of different kinds of troops. So we have like First Order guys in there. A lot of Phase 2 things went in here. That's kind of what that bin was for. We have the ARF and ARC and ARF clones. The Republic Troopers, my least favorite of all. We have the pilots, or clone pilots, I should say. The different kinds of clones, so different colors, if they have different colors. We also have the clone gunners and the episode 3, or actually, oh sorry, those are just the like 75000 Battle Pack clones. Just the newer version of them anyway. We have Bomb Squad and Horn Company and Senate Guards. As you can see, I need to go through these. I've been organizing so much that I haven't actually gone through and made lots, so that's kind of the next job while I'm taking a break between the giant lots of stuff. I had 30 pounds of stuff I gotta sort. We have the episode 3 pilots. We also have the yellow markings troops and the shock troopers. And then we also do have the just regular white episode 3 troopers, scout or red marking ones, and then I just put the green one in there just because I figured that could be a good place. We have Geonosians, Kashyyyk, and Utapau. Then we also have Gree, and I guess some Wolfpack, and Wolf got in there as well because it goes along with the captains, which we're going through now, or commanders. We have Cody and Fox. Man, Fox is running low. We have some Rex. And then we get into all of the other stuff that we haven't gone through. You guys didn't see any of this stuff yet. So we do have the Pirates of the Caribbean bin. I do need to separate that out a lot more. These 2 bins I need to separate out because we have Pirates of the Caribbean, and we also have the Indiana Jones, which need to take up some more bins. I have some to the side of it just for those plans, but I need to go through the bin anyways. Here we start the Lord of the Rings, so we have all the Hobbits, and then we have just a bin that needs to get sorted out as well, which is just Lord of the Rings figures. We have kind of like the troops of Lord of the Rings, the orcs and Uruk-hai and whatnot, and then beasts. And then we have the Hobbit figures themselves in that one, and then just some weapons and armor and stuff like that in there. Then we go into Harry Potter. We have beasts there, Voldemort, just some random ones. We have to separate them out a little bit better too. We have any of the Quidditch match, new and old. This is just like the regular beige versions of the regular figs, and then the yellow versions of the regular figs in there as well, and then the new version of Harry Potter in there too. These are just ones that are too big, overflow, so I started making just like a teacher's bin, which might stay. And then I have 2 bins to expand next to that as well. I don't think there's anything there, yeah. Then we get into our skeletons of old, just a random skeleton mix. We have pirates, and then some Knights Kingdom, I think that one is, and then, oh, I think that's Knights Kingdom. This is next to Knights, I think. Yeah, that's right. I always get those confused. Then we go into some superheroes. We have a spot for Iron Man, we have Captain America and Thor, and we have Spider-Man and his variety of different Spider-Man things, figs like Mary Jane and whatnot. We have the Spider-Man villains in there, just the random Marvel other figs or other characters. And then we also have Guardians of the Galaxy has their own bin. Oh, what is this one? This one is just for Deadpool, Wolverine, and Magneto. I sell them together quite a few times, so I just put them in the same bin. This is villains from Avengers. We have this one's actually going to get it. So the vintage I just went through, so that's going to get its own one of these eventually, but I just use the drawers for right now. I'll move the drawers to other ones. But we have the old school Cowboys and Native Americans. We have old school space, or classic space, you'd say. Ninja, classic ninja. We have a mix of Unitron and Spirius there. Blacktron, Ice Planet, Mtron, Islanders. These ones were like Roboforce and UFO, Insectoids, stuff like that. And the Forest Men. This is Knights Kingdom 1, or no, what is it called? It's something Kingdom 1. I think it may be Knights Kingdom 1. instead of 2. And then we have, I think it is 19 to 1. And then we have, of course, our wolf pack. Love those guys. Dragon Knights. Old School Pirates. We have Aquanauts and Aqua Sharks. The Black Falcon Knights. I think I mixed those with the Breastplate Knights as well. And then we had the other kinds of Breastplate Knights in there. And then moving back up here, we get into Ninjago, which is these 2 bins. I'm gonna condense this into a little bit more, so when I separate the ones down at the bottom, it'll make a little bit more sense. But we do have our green snakes, our blue snakes, orange snakes, and red snakes, and purple snakes. So those guys all got their own bin, because I usually make lots of all of those. If I don't sell them individually, I'll make a lot of like one of each of the particular kind of species. Then we also have some purple guys. I didn't know I made another bucket of those, so I've been throwing them in there. And now just going through it, I see that. We have Skullkin in here. Sorry, this is Garmadon's bin. And then we have Nindroid and Ghosts. And then we have the like Vermilion and those kind of things. And Stone Warriors. And then that row is totally empty, but I'm going to separate more Ninjago as I go through. And then each of the characters has kind of their own row. So each character will get the same thing. So this one's just meant for just the plain OG ones, because I get so many of those and they sell so well. Then we also have here the kind of like haired version of them and the ZX versions together, because they use the same types of legs and whatnot. Then we have Kimono and DX, and then everything else after that in that bin. So that is the same as it goes down for each one. So we have Cole, and then we have, this one's Lloyd. You can't see any of those out of the original Lloyd. And then we also have Zane and Jay. And then it moves down into, we have Nia. Woo! Got her own bin. And then I don't have anything in here because I need to separate this one out, which is just basically other Ninjago characters. A lot of villains and stuff like that. That's a good fig right there. I just need the bottom to it. The Overlord. And then I have some bins that I haven't necessarily gone through. So we have weapons and accessories that I was going through and using. This one is just for other knights, for Knights Kingdom that I have to go through. This is, what is this? This is just a series bin. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this series, since I don't necessarily have complete figures. A lot of them are just kind of like missing one piece or their accessory. So I think I might just end up parting all those out to Bricklink, because I think those will probably sell pretty well there. We have our bin of Chima. That needs to get cleared out. And then at the bottom here, we have our friends bin. That is also pretty full. I kept all the fakes that were here for some reason. I don't know why. But I have the fakes in a bin. And then this bin just goes to, what is this? I think that's just random stuff that I have to sort through. Oh no, this is DC, right? Yeah, that's all DC. So this is a whole bin of DC, which is going to go eventually where all the vintage stuff went. Underneath the Marvel will go right into DC over there. And then we have like various beasts. This is all supposed to be parted out for mix and match party packs and whatnot. And that is a gigantic bin. So that's all the stuff that wasn't really worth anything or worth my time to go research or do anything on. But as you can see, that is how my organization system is working. I still do have some over at the desk over there, which is, you know, still full of some of the other kinds of troops. So I have Mandalorians over there. I have Hoth Rebels. So I haven't moved those bins over here, but they will eventually get moved. I'm planning on just using that desk for just like minifig pieces and accessories and whatnot when I need, so I can separate like all individual accessories and I don't have to dig through buckets like this to find things, because that's just a pain. I have some of them separated out, like lightsabers and katanas and stuff like that, but it'd be nice to have all of the other kinds of random minifigure accessories separated out as well. So that's the ultimate plan. All of it's going to go over here into this wall. We will have 2 more, so I probably will expand like down here and start them down at the bottom, because I don't think I can go up too far unless I start screwing them to the wall. They're not screwed to the wall right now, which is kind of sketchy because they do move a little bit. But these ones actually stack pretty well. They're hollow on the top and they actually have this little groove that fits in there. So that's the reason I got them. Again, that affiliate link will be in the description if I remember to do that anyways. Hopefully this satisfied you for a little bit, just to give you a weekend video, even though I didn't have a haul planned or anything to that effect. Comment below if you do like this organizational system. If you guys have any suggestions, comment those below as well, because I'm always curious what people do to organize their Lego. I love you all. Smash subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll catch you on the next one.